Everybody, it's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Digimon Ghost Game episode review and recap. Before I go any further, please don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this. Today's episode is episode 48, The White Bride. And let me tell you, I went on a roller coaster because I'm going to be very candid when I'm doing my reading here because and I might have to take a cup. It's so warm today. Got some water here. So let's go. There's a woman that's trying on a wedding dress. She's getting ready. All of a sudden, looks like mold hits her arm, starts growing into her arm. Mushrooms start growing up her body. Anybody see the Silent Hill F trailer this week? Big vibes from that. Very freaky. Suddenly these things pop out, their shadow figures that look like Mushroomon. They are not Mushroomon, but allow me to continue. So they grab her. She screams out. Her name's Kyoka-san, and her groom comes for her, but she is gone. Where is she? Where is she gone? So the crew, and by the crew, I mean Ruli and Hiro, along with their Digimon, I guess they're now going with the story that they are holograms that do a lot, even though I do not understand how holograms, your arm goes through them. How in the world are there solid holograms, right? Just putting it out there. This is one of the biggest plot holes of this series. It doesn't make any sense. You could have said anything, but whatever. That's not even the issue I have. Anywho, so they're at this DIY wedding where the bride isn't wearing a traditional wedding dress, and Ruli, apparently they know the bride, and they're invited to the after party. It's this woman, I forget, I didn't write her name in the beginning. I think her name is Chinatsu. She's wearing this very nice looking Chinese style dress, and she's like, yeah, you guys can come to the after party, blah 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 blah. She even waves at Gaiomon, so she knows that they're there and they're helping, right? And Gaiamon's like, ooh, what's the after party, Hiro? And probably be some chocolate there, actually. Cool, we're excited. So while Angromon is working, Espimon is invisible behind him, and Espimon's like, hey, that's a Gaiomon. He's like, okay, let me show you who Gaiomon are. Gaiomon, if you are a Digimon fan, you know this body shape. This is literally just a yellow Numamon. Quite seriously. As a matter of fact, later on when they meet, the thing kind of sleeps down. Numamon, the Poopmon. I'm not even kidding. Allow me to go through this. And if you've watched my Digimon Adventure reboot, Numamon shows up in there, so. But this is Gaiomon, who is a champion level mollusk virus type. This particular mollusk Digimon belongs to the same species as Numamon. Although its offensive power is low, it makes up for that with its ferocity, which is such that it will attack no matter who the opponent is. The opponent would then turn the tables on it as expected, but its obstinacy leads to it immediately forgetting such instances and continue to endlessly start fights with tough opponents. A special move is spraying a noxious stench from its body coming from within called Hyper Smell. This is the first anime appearance of it. Apparently he showed up in Digimon World 2, so that's probably the official start of this little guy here. What virtual pets has he been in? Oh, the D Terminal. Yeah, there you go. So that's Gaiomon. Now, they make note, this is weird, that this slug mollusk thing is just in the grass. They're like, okay. So the owner of the entire place, this guy comes to Ruli and says, hey, you'd be a really good model for a wedding dress. Wedding dress in Japanese is wedding dress. So she's excited. Heck yeah, I'm going to do it. Because earlier she's mentioned Hiro, when she gets married, she's going to have a wedding dress. Of course, she's not going to do the DIY thing. She's going to do the wedding dress thing, right? Which Hiro's like, sweat drop because he's Hiro. I'm a boy. I don't know things. Anyway, again, I'm not criticizing that either. Just wait till I get to the criticism part. So, back at the dorm, we have Ryudemon, who's with Jellymon and Kirishiro. Jellymon is very upset. So she's like, even Digimon want to try like wedding dresses and wants to try it on. He's like, well, I wasn't invited. And plus he heard it was casual dress anyway. And then she wraps her tentacles around his head. She's in her battle form. That's the form with the legs. And she's just chastising him, and she doesn't care. She just wants to try one on. And, he's just saying, look, there's a fire inspection. I want things to go smoothly. And he's like, he needs to put her in a good mood. He even says that out loud. While Ryudemon's like, oh, Gaiamon's out. Okay, cool. Ruli tries on the dress, and all of a sudden the vines appear on her too. The spores come, they're wrapping around her. It hurts, they're growing on her. She drops her phone, and somehow Angramon heard. He's like, Ruli. They run in, she's already taken away. The things come out, they already took her. Already got her. Where am I at? And so, what's this guy called? Angramon said he heard laughter. That's when he heard when coming to get her, right? So he didn't hear the phone. He heard the chuckling of these chuckle bucks. Yes, I said chuckle buck. Anyway, Chinatsu comes in and she sees the mold and everything, covers her nose, and she tells them of other abductions of local weddings of women, in their white dress with the bacteria and mold and stuff all in the rooms. And the police are treating it as missing persons. So Hiro says, he kind of nods at Angramon's like, all right, I got a plan. Are there any other weddings? Yeah, there's 2 other weddings. So they're going to go and scout these out to figure out if this is the next part where these ladies are going to get kidnapped. Okay. He calls Kirishiro. Kirishiro's, of course, flipping out. And Hiro doesn't even give him any time. He hangs up the phone. To me, the shagginess of him, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, this whole thing is getting a little bit old, but he does shine in this episode. So I will continue. So now there's spores growing at another location. Ruli feels weak. There's mushrooms all over. And she's like, wait a minute. They're growing out of the ladies. And so the Digimon pop out and they rip one off of her. And she is like, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Again, more body horror. Shit is very, very scary. They rip it off her. They're eating it. They're like, yeah, from the happiest day of your life to despair, the white frilly humans make the best mushrooms. And now I put this in here in my notes. I will automatically, I'm looking straight in the camera, everybody. I will automatically give this review a 2 if these Digimon do not face any sort of recourse. This is actively evil. They are chuckling while hurting people. None of that, oh, we learned our lesson. None of that, oh, gonna come in and take them away, take them to Black Gaiomon jail. No, something needs to happen to these. Just putting it out there. So follow me. So they like mushrooms. It's mushrooms eating mushrooms. It's kind of weird, but okay. Now they go and rip one off Ruli, and it hurts her tremendously. Group of 3 kidnap another woman. And this is at one of the spots that Gaiomon and Hiro went to go scout out. They run, they chase after them. Gaiomon does the headbutt, clashes with one of them, and it does its sweet spore technique, which weakens them, makes mushrooms come on them, and they grab them as well. He drops his phone. It's dropping a phone day today for the Digimon crew. I even wrote it here. I swear this is gonna appear too. Kirishiro found, he contacts Ruli's phone that Angramon and Espimon have. Says, yeah, I was apparently, whoever these culprits are, they have access to the same database that I was able to sneak into and figure out where these weddings are. So I sent Hiro to one of these places. I've been trying to call him, but he hasn't picked up. Espimon still calls this dude fake Hiro, picks up his phone, and they're like, okay, he's gone. They got him. Gaiomon is in the freaking tree, slops down. I was like, I saw it. I'm going to speak exactly how he spoke. So allow me to become a voice actor for a minute. I saw everything. It's the Chamblemon. I'll take you. Very, very creepy. Very, very creepy, right? So they're gonna find him. Now let's talk about Chamblemon. This is what Chamblemon looks like. Yes, I said it looked like Mushmon / Mushroomon. That is Chamblemon. That is a champion level Digimon, mind you. Food type, plant type virus. It's a plant Digimon in the shape of an extremely poisonous mushroom. Whether it is an evolution of Mushmon is a mystery, or if it's another variant of some kind. Although it is often seen as weak, it is quite the ruffian. Yes, they are. If one approaches it carelessly, the sweet spores will attach to them and will sprout into mushrooms containing their absorbed vitality. If one picks and eats them, they will be brimming with energy. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And it seems that among them, the data type mushrooms are especially delicious. Virus beats data in the circle of Digimon. Not used very often in the anime, but it's supposed to be a thing. A special move is releasing mushroom bombs of various sizes at once. Champion bomb. It uses the ensuing fumes and spores to transform the area into a mushroom bed. Literally the first time this creepy Chucklebuck Digimon shows up. So now Kyo's trying to figure out what to do. Like, they're captured and Ryudemon's like, oh, they got Gaiomon. He's thinking back to when Gaiomon had saved him from being that weird Mizuki type Digimon thing. And he's like, I gotta save him. So he starts to Digivolve. And I like how they did the Digivolution in this, because it wasn't just blinding light. It was his body was growing, literally growing. Ladies and gentlemen, and those who fit inside and outside of those parameters, allow me to introduce you to Gaiomon. Here's a picture from the card game. Doesn't it look nice? Yeah, it looks nice. Gaiomon, everybody. Champion form of Ryudemon. It is an adult beast dragon. Yeah, vaccine type Digimon. So its entire body is clad in sturdy Japanese style armor, despite what its appearance may suggest. Has a light body that allows it to glide gracefully in midair, and it fights while parrying enemy attacks with its tough yet smooth armor. It does not cower before any enemy Digimon and excels at attacking an exceptionally breakthrough ability. It uses courage at parrying enemy attacks using its own body. Its eyesight allows it to detect enemy attacks right before they attack. Well, sorry, say hit. It is hypothesized to be a prototype Digimon due to the outdated interface on its forehead. That interface is the triangle right there. You see that little triangle right there? That is also seen on the forehead of Dorumon, which is Digimon that happens to hold the X antibody. So, its special move is impaling an enemy with an iron spear from its mouth, Tekojin, and its signature move is parrying enemy attacks with its armor and charging at them, Bojin Ha. First time we ever saw him is the first time we see him in the anime, but he is definitely shown up in other mangas. He's from the Pendulum X's. He is one of those X antibody Digimon, one of the anniversary Digimon, I believe. Cool Digimon. He forms up with another Digimon because he becomes a sword, I believe. Does he become a sword? No, his last form does not become a sword. I don't think so. I'll have to look that up off camera. But anyway, Ryudemon, very nice to see you. So he's about to break the dorm. Kirishiro double taps his little Digivice bracelet. They're in the digital upside down. That dorm room has been destroyed so many times in that area. He breaks through, tells both of them to get on. So the Chamblemon throw Hiro and Gaiomon inside. He sees Ruli. Ruli sees him. They grab mushrooms from her, which hurt her even more, and they're loving the flavor. They're wondering why her mushrooms are so good, and they see the bracelet on her arm and says, this one has one too. She's actively screaming. This shit is hurting, right? Escalating does a search mode as soon as they get to the place that Gaiomon has showed him. He sees them on the inside. All of a sudden, out of the sky, by the way, Gaiomon has now mysteriously disappeared. Spooky. Out of the air, we see Ryudemon, who's flying. Ginryumon, who's in the air with the other two on his back. And Kirishiro's like, we moved way too fast. So confirming how fast Ginryu can move. Where am I at here? Kirishiro is worried about this whole situation, and then he hears Hiro scream. They burst through the door. Kirishiro faints because he sees all the people with mushrooms growing out of their body, freaks him the F out. Integer overload, passes out. So the Chamblemon call them mushroom thieves and spew their nasty spores at them, which Angramon uses his little helicopter ears, pushes that stuff back. Jellymon has to shock away Kirishiro, so you know what that means. Limit break. Kirishiro's here. He goes on to tell the mushroom spores are weak in dry environments, so we got to get them away from the brides and get them out in fresh air and sunlight. That's actually very much a fact. So Jellymon turns into Tesla Jellymon. They attack. They want to use their little mushroom bomb. She attacks the bombs to open up a hole in the wall, and they all get out. But then they start, they're eating more and more mushrooms off of Ruli and Hiro, and they start getting bigger. They just shift and get bigger. The lead one jumps out, does a punch on the ground, cracking the ground in front of them. Oh boy. So, where am I at here? So they're so big, once they do the spore, Angramon's ear thing cannot keep up with it, even though they're outside. And Angramon and SBmon get spores, and so does Kirishiro. Don't know what Jellymon is. I guess she might have been blown back. But I think she got hit as well. She did get hit as well. So they go up to him. They start ripping these mushrooms off of him, and they eating them. And he's screaming in pain. And then they have odd effects. His mushrooms make some of their bodies start to contort. Their tongues and their bodies are moving on their own. Their brains itches. They're like, something is wrong with you. Your mushrooms are nasty. And he gets up. He's like, that's rude. Pulls one off of himself. Actively goes, ow, mind you. Eats it. And he feels power surging through him. Remember the encyclopedia. He feels the power surge through him. And he starts eating more. He's taking the pain and getting more and more juiced up. And they're getting freaked out. They're actively getting freaked out as he's hurting himself and getting the power. The power. And in a very cool anime moment in this anime, he says, Kirishiro Hageshi Mitari. What a long name for no reason. Higashi Mitari is back. Lifts his arm. The bracelet thing is glowing. There's a green backdraft on him. And Tesla Jellymon feels the power. Remember, they're linked. And this thing is glowing. So she feels the power. Her electricity breaks all the mushrooms off of her. She flips in the air and turns into, with the super evolution, turns into Thetismon. My favorite. And we get a full sequence of evolution for her. Not just transform, photoom, I'm here. We get the full sequence. And I like that. And they say, well, you tricked us. No, you guys are just assholes. She does her Doku Tease attack, which breaks their stupid spores. And two try to come in. And I love that she actively said this. You use people for farms, and that is unforgivable. Thank you. So they come into attack. We get to see all her moves. She does Hammer Thunder, kicking two of them, one after the other, into the air and slamming down on them. She does Beery Smasher, which is basically a rocket fist attack, and knocks out one of the last ones. And a Sentai-like Power Ranger, for those of the uninitiated, like explosions behind her. One of the best. I gotta find that so I can screenshot that. That will look good on a laptop. It's minute 19 minute 13 seconds. Looks really good. If I can't get it for the cover picture of this, I'm definitely going to try to find it just for myself. So she made medicine from the stupid mushrooms to heal everybody. She's even holding a lady and spreading all that out because she's the healer. She's a fighting. She's not a battle mercy. She's like a oh man, I haven't played Overwatch in so long. I forgot the doctor lady who heal bombs and then takes energy and does a Kamehameha wave. Man, I forgot her name. Oh well, she's that character, but much nicer looking, right? So she heals everybody. They promptly thank her, which more and more people are coming in contact with Digimon now, which is funny because whenever people see her, she's considered an angel, which I'm all for it. Gaiomon meets Ryudemon's evolution, Gi and Ryumon. He's like, yeah, I tried to help you and I evolved. And Gaiamon's happy that he evolved. That's his buddy. I'm glad Gaiomon has another dragon, dinosaur, reptile buddy around. Then all of a sudden, a stench comes over the area because they've tied up these Chamblemon. And they're like, all right, we're going to figure out what to do with you. Stench comes in, it's hurting everybody's noses and hurting their stomachs. And it's the Gaiamon's hyper smell. Angromon was able to easily identify that. And so, tons of these, not just the one, because now I'm realizing that they didn't just see one Gaiomon. They probably saw two different ones that were following these Chamblemon and following the smell, right? And they grab them and they say, us Gaiomon, we'll take care of them and make them make mushrooms. Mushrooms are our favorite. Bloodshot eyes, mind you. They're our favorite. All right. They take them. They're going into the forests. And the Chamblemon are saying, humans, we're sorry. Please save us. They go off. There's no one stopping them. No one is taking time to process what's going on. They've taken them. They're gone. And Hiro asks, do you think they'll eat the Chamblemon? And Angromon goes, I've never heard of that before. And in my notes, I said, shut up. You haven't heard of a lot of things. And Hiro says, I thought I knew everything about Digimon, but I still got much to learn. Oh, they probably are in for a worse fate than just being eaten. They're probably going to be stuffed in the ground and probably make them shoot their spores out to make more spores on themselves. Farming them much like how they farm the people. I like this form of justice. They deserved it. Matter of fact, I hope we see one with half of its head eaten, but with more mushroom spores popping out of it. Ooh, that's good comeuppance. Angromon's saying of the day is said over Ruli getting her picture taken in the wedding dress, and Chamblemon has joined her. She finally gets to do it, and they're both all smiling. There's no competition there. He says there's no telling how people are brought together, one being as excellent as the other. I'm gonna guess that since there's two tales about how people become friends or how people become couples, I could analyze that a little bit more, but the breakdown, they're champions. They're evil as all F. Really talks about a human-shaped mushroom, freaks Shiro out. Next time, it's the Halloween special, guys. Yeah. It's witches and turn people into rats and mice. It's called Crimson Harvest Festival. I'm pretty sure it's Witchmon. Witchmon looks like she wears red, so it's probably Witchmon taking over some girls' minds. I'm gonna assume Angromon's saying is talking about how when people come together, whether you meet in any type of relationship, probably there's two different stories to tell. Each is as excellent as the other. Did not want to leave that danging participle. This episode gets a 4 from me. I was so ready to give it a 2. It gets a 4. So I'm going to tell you how it bumps itself from a 2. It gets on baseline because the Digimon got punished this time. The theming of human farms was very sick and disgusting, very horror-filled. That's a half a bump right there. I got to see Thetismon. Bias, don't care. That's another bump. That makes it a 4 out of 5. Yes, finally, some retribution for some of what these obviously evil creatures are doing. I'm not saying all Digimon are evil, but thank you. It seems like it goes, we're gonna beat you. All right, well, we beating you and you run away, or we beat you, you say sorry, or we beat you, we're gonna watch over you. We beat you, you're so bad. Black Tailmon, Black Gaiomon to those in the West, has to come and take you back. That's how bad you are. And then we have this one. We have the next one where they're either eaten or destroyed like Thetismon. We need more Digimon to be destroyed, guys, especially when they do horrible stuff like this, trying to eat folks, killing folks. Stuff like that needs some type of retribution, at least for the victims, even if they're alive or not. So 4 out of 5. Just for that, it gets a 4 out of 5. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think it's a lot better to just go ahead and forgive all these things, since we have no clue where they're going with the series? Kind of would like them to run 2 Digimon series at the same time. Don't care if people start comparing the two. I kind of want one that's closer to like, give me something that's like, Data Squad reminded me so much of Digimon Savers, and I was pretty much okay with that, since it was like another step saying, oh yeah, Digimon are here. There's an organization that helps deal with them when we don't consider them necessarily evil. It's just sometimes stuff happens, but for the evil ones, we give them the boot, right? I would like another series like that. Honestly, I would like something else just like that. Or you can, finally give us the Digimon Adventure 02 / season 2 reboot remake. You already did the one for the other guys. Make the second one, so that way, a lot of people complain that season 2 kids don't get enough shine. I would also argue you can put Hikari and Takaru in it. Just remember how likable you made everybody in the reboot. Make sure those two are likable, because Hikari's weirdness and Takaru's douchiness, I did not like them. Made it very much easy to like Davis more. I even like Ken more. Even though Ken was evil, I'm like, I can jive with him. I can jive with this dude. At least he had an actual backstory. Oh, snap. Anyway, don't forget, leave a comment, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, which is right there. Get notified more videos just like this. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about Digimon. I'm very pleasantly surprised about this one. As always, guys, be good, be blessed. Wash those hands. Be careful out there. All right. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Either way it goes, please do not be a jerk. And like I always tell you, there's someone out there who's willing to talk to you today instead of missing you tomorrow. So realize that you're never alone. And with that, I will bid you adieu. I will see you all next time for the Halloween special.